Man, oh man, is it going to be a trippy Tuesday for you guys out there. One of my favorite days of the week, because on a trippy Tuesday, I'm going to tell you some trippy shit, guaranteed. Welcome to the show, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. If you were a first-time viewer, make sure you hit the subscribe button and throw us a like or maybe a dislike and tell us why in the comment section. We're always looking for your comments and feedback here in the Budman and Booger Show. Okay, it is a trippy Tuesday.
Yeah,
We got JJ Pay in the building today.
Hello.
What's up, man?
Nothing, man. How you been?
Good. I've been on like a learning quest about some really trippy shit. Stuff that has, once I started learning about this, it's literally shaken me to the core.
Spill the beans, man. What is it?
DMT. Since it is a trippy Tuesday,
is it a rap group?
No.
What are you talking about?
No. I'm talking about the most powerful psychedelic on the planet.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's called DMT.
What does it stand for?
Some diethyltryptamine, or I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it. I haven't gotten that far. I'm just trying to absorb everything. I'm like, machine elves. Okay, yeah, I'll take that in. Diethyltryptamine, whatever the fuck it's called.
Major trip.
Yeah. DMT, from watching people's experiences on YouTube, has completely blown my mind. Like, look.
Oh, no.
I've done plenty of mushrooms. I've taken LSD in my life. And have fully enjoyed psychedelics. Like, I think they're really cool. Very spiritual. But I've never been shot out of my body into another dimension where like, interdimensional machine elves, like, start showing you cosmic toys. Like, what the fuck?
And you haven't tried it?
No.
But you want
to? Here's the thing.
Are you scared?
I am fucking scared because
it's good to be scared.
I have, my biggest fear is death. Death freaks me the fuck out.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? As I'm sure it freaks a lot of people out. You know, I have friends that like they're like, death doesn't bother me. Like, yeah, one day I'm gonna fucking die. Oh well. Like, but for me, it's like, I'm like, fuck, one day I'm gonna die.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Does death scare you, or does the fact that you will be your own demise scares you? Like, you know, driving down the road and like, well, if I get in a car crash, it's just my day. Or is it like, I took some things and I might not be returning?
No. It's not so much that. It's just like, I don't know. It's. I experienced a lot of death around me when I was young, when I was like a kid.
Oh.
And so it just kind of like fucked me up in that area. And so death, like the thought of it really, like, it keeps me awake at night sometimes. But with DMT...
Do you know you could die if you don't get any sleep?
Yeah, yes, this is very true. DMT, though, from just listening to people's different trips that they've had...
Yeah.
Like, people are coming to the consensus that DMT could be kind of like death in a way. Like, you experience what it's like to die.
But look, it's euphoric though, right? Like, it's not like scary like you're dying. It's just like it's euphoric. It feels like you're going up into the heavens, or you know.
Here's the thing. I don't understand it because I've never done it. All I can do is listen to what people have, when they try to describe their experiences. And a lot of them have the same experience, which really blows my fucking mind. Like, what is it that if you're taking this very powerful psychedelic and you're having the same experience as somebody else, like you take the hit of DMT and you got to hold it in as long as you can.
You smoke it.
Yeah, you smoke it. And you close your eyes and boom, it's like you're in another fucking place, they said. Like
Well, I mean, if that's like what the brain produces, right?
Yes, the brain does. The brain produces DMT.
Right. So if you have a near-death experience where or you're on your deathbed, right? Maybe your heart stops, things like that, and your brain's producing that.
It just floods you with DMT.
It just floods you with DMT. So maybe that's what happens, where it feels like you're rising out of your body and you're doing those kind of things. But just have a return program.
But what about all these people that say they've had these near-death experiences and then they go through the tunnel of light and they see their dead grandma and Jesus?
See, now you get to do that.
But here's the thing, no one's ever had a near, I don't ever remember hearing a near-death experience where someone's like, I went through a tunnel of light and I met fucking intergalactic, multi-dimensional machine elves.
We said what? Every trip is the same. Are they meeting international?
When I say the same, though, I don't mean everyone, they say the same things and they but people keep describing these elf-like creatures that are so mind-boggling that words cannot even describe it, and they have a hard time kind of explaining what they've been through. First-time DMT user rarely can explain what the fuck just happened. Wow. Because it's like a dream. It's like when you wake up from a dream. Yeah. You have everything right there as soon as you wake up, and then after a minute you're like, what the fuck, what did I dream about?
Yeah,
that's DMT. So you keep going back. There's DMT gurus. I'm completely fascinated by this, but I'm also horrified.
I think you need to try just a little bit.
I'm down to try it. I ain't scared.
I know.
Would you? Hey, listen, Booger.
I'll tell you one thing I am scared of that I will not try.
What?
And that's the salvia.
Salvia?
Salvia. I won't try that shit.
No.
Yeah,
I ain't about to jump out a window.
No, try that about as much as you like, smoking bath salts. Just don't do it.
Yeah, fuck that.
Fuck that.
No. Or spice. You ever heard about that dumb shit?
Yeah, the K2.
The fucking smoking synthetic marijuana. I was like, what the why?
I knew a chick once that smoked potpourri.
Why would you smoke fake weed?
I think spice and salvia are the same, aren't they?
Yeah, and I think it's like K2 as well, right? They call it K2 as well.
I don't know what it is, but
it's synthetic marijuana, and it's just, if you've seen some YouTube videos, it's some horrible things.
Yeah, dumb.
People want to do a lot of things to get high, but it's not. For them, it's a pleasure high, but it's like you got to be high to be pleasurable around the rest of the people around you.
Just smoke some weed. Just get some cannabis and smoke it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, DMT is just, and there's so many videos. There's this guy, Terrence McKenna. He's like a psychedelic guru. Wow. And I've listened to so many things of him talking about these trips, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? That's dude, why doesn't everybody know about this? Dude,
it takes a while. It takes a while to get some ground, right?
We can talk to a fucking alien if we wanted to. Forget going out and looking at the stars in the desert, and hopefully maybe you might catch a glimpse of a strange light in the sky. You can talk to a fucking alien
where
on
is
DMT.
Is he in the fourth dimension? Is he in outer space?
I don't know.
Or is he just in your own mind?
I don't know. Well, if it's all if it's all in your head, I mean, what does it say that we all have this similar type of experience? Is it something programmed in our brains to do this?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's naturally produced in mammals and plant life.
It's in so many different plants.
In humans, it's in the pineal gland in the brain.
The pineal gland, gland.
You get it during REM, sleep and death.
So what? I mean, how trippy is that? The most powerful psychedelic.
Yeah.
Known to mankind is produced in our own brain.
Already.
Wow.
Well, I mean, have you ever sat back and just daydreamed? I mean, have you ever
Yeah, every day in high school.
Or even just during the day sometimes, man. Sometimes you're just driving home and you're just thinking about stuff, and you're just you can transport yourself right now anywhere you want.
Right.
Daydreaming. I mean, it's crazy how that does it. And then in REM, your brain just has free flow of all that stuff. It says, we're just going to do some weird shit. So
I don't know the whole thing about machine elves and
I don't know where you get that from. Machine elves.
Okay, so they describe these elf-like creatures, right?
Yeah.
And what they say is they're so happy when you get there. They say when you arrive in this,
they're so happy.
This other dimension, this other reality, they're fucking going crazy. Like, yay, you're here.
That almost scares me a little
We're
bit.
so
right
glad
there,
that
where,
you're
like,
here.
They're too excited, and I'm like, I just like to be a bystander and watch what you guys do.
And what really blows my mind is the people that have done DMT. They're like, dude, when I got to this place, it's the weirdest feeling of deja vu. Like, I knew that I had been there before.
Oh, what?
That's kind of what gives it that, like, is this the fucking afterlife? Is this where you go to be
You get
reincarnated?
Deja vu, huh?
Yeah. But, like, I don't know, man. Like, maybe that's the part that freaks me out. Like, okay, so when I die, I'm not going to go kicking on a cloud somewhere. I'm going to
go see the machine elves.
I'm going to go hang out with these motherfuckers, like
and
machine elves.
And they're just agreeable with everything that you do. And they're just like, am I in the afterlife? Yeah, you're in the afterlife. Like, is this heaven? Yeah, heaven. Yeah.
They're
whatever.
just, dude.
Like, this is getting weird right now.
And what if these machine elves are actually dead people? Like, what if you become a machine elf when you die?
Maybe.
Who knows?
If there's that many of them, you're just like, maybe I'm going to
I've watched so many videos in these last, like,
They're
couple
starting
days.
to scare me. I don't want any part of that.
Like, fuck binge watching Stranger Things on Netflix.
Yeah.
I've been binge watching DMT trips. But I don't know if I don't know if I can handle that. I mean, maybe I can. Maybe DMT is calling me. Like, hey, dude, we want you.
Maybe it's not DMT. Maybe it's the machine elves.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
hearing whispers.
Just hearing it.
I don't know.
You know you want to do it.
I do.
To say that you've done it.
Right.
And here's the good part, is that if that is the truth, and you go see the machine elves when you die,
Right.
it'd be like meeting old friends.
Exactly. But
Like, I remember you.
But is that's going to change? Like, dude, I've heard that once you do DMT, it changes everything.
That's what you want in life, though. You want
I
experiences.
don't know if I
that
want
change
that. I don't
You
know if I
things
want to change
You
everything.
want to go find yourself, and you want experiences that change you as a human being and go to the rise to the next level.
Like, what if the experience is so fucking insane that, like, nothing is as cool as that ever? Like, that's as cool as anything's ever going to be. Like, fuck 3D movies, fuck virtual reality on your PlayStation, forget all that.
Then you would be addicted to DMT.
Go talk to aliens.
Then you would be an addict.
And get that.
I guess, at that point. Because you'd be like, I gotta go back to Machine Elf Land. Like, I'll see you Tuesday, man. I don't know what to tell you. I gotta be back then.
Oh my god,
Okay.
I just can't even imagine. And when people try to explain what it's like they're like the different things that these elves show you,
Yeah,
they say it's indescribable.
that's true.
There's not words that exist that can describe what they saw. That right there, when I'm hearing these stories, I'm just like, what the hell is going
you
on?
just push DMT onto a lot of people right now.
Look,
go.
I'm not trying to tell you to go out and do it. I'm just saying, like, there's
No, I mean,
there's a substance that is far stranger than eating mushrooms and
But here's the
giggling
thing:
at the
more
TV.
people will do it, and then the more studies come together, and then next thing you know, we'll find out what's going on.
This guy,
So there you
McKenna, Terrence McKenna, I believe that's what his name was. One of the things that he said that blew my mind was the machine elves said to him on one of his trips. They'll say, "Well, we're so glad you came back. You've sent so many, and you come so rarely."
Oh, they speak English. Interesting.
Right? Yeah. And he had mentioned that tripped him out. That they speak English. like, does that mean that they're dead people? Like, are these? I don't know. There's just so many questions that have come up in my mind just hearing these stories.
So your options are: you either talk about it more and wait for other people to do it, and then you kind of get more information to see whether you want to do it, or you just jump on.
Or I
into
just
the pool,
blast
man.
off
You just
into
go off.
another dimension.
Hey, man, packing will be light, and enjoy your trip.
It's calling your name.
I don't know. I think Booger has to do it first, though.
I ain't scared.
You would do it first?
Yeah.
He probably knows a few machine elves.
Booger probably is a machine elf.
Like, oh, that's Sammy Two Toes over there, and that's Tommy Tolly over there, and yeah, no, I know these guys. They're fine.
I
You can
just
hop on in with
I'm
them.
so fascinated by these stories that I've heard about DMT that it just now that I was like, that's a trippy Tuesday.
Here's the thing: is that you said that if you smoke DMT, you don't think anything else would be equivalent to it, and that you can never go back to it. but now you're just stuck talking about it, and you're just like, it's consuming you already. It's consuming your day. It's going to consume your week. It's going to consume your month. And you're just
Consume your life.
There you go. Seriously.
Here's the thing, like if Booger does it first and then he comes back and he's like, bro, you got to do that. That's awesome. Then I think I would be a little bit more comfortable. But if Booger comes back and he's like, fuck that.
No.
I'm not touching it.
What if you wrap yourself in a blanket, aka smoke some weed, get high, and then do DMT?
No.
So you're like, hey, I'm going in kind of cushioned and relaxed about it.
I might detox for a couple days before.
Like, no.
Oh man, what if you
I'm
just
smoking a fat doobie before I do that.
See, that's the way to do it, because then you're more relaxed going in. You're not paranoid.
Right,
You might act wrong on this stuff. So maybe if you just go in just a little bit more relaxed, like don't get stupid blasted, but I mean, just that'd be good. Anyway,
I don't know. You can.
I can't wait to hear about your trip. I think it'll be lovely.
We should do it here on the show. I don't know. Should we?
Oh my god.
Listen,
You should test it first.
it is. I don't know if you've ever heard of ayahuasca.
No.
That's another kind of a form of DMT.
No.
That they take down in like the fucking jungles and shit.
I haven't heard of DMT.
They have like shamans.
Since
They
just
do
now,
it.
so.
You've never heard of DMT until now?
No. I was talking
Wow.
about Booger before the show a little bit, and then you're kind of opening up my mind.
So
to a lot of stuff.
ayahuasca is kind of catching on here. As a matter of fact, like I heard like there's got these shaman dudes like out there in San Francisco that'll do the ceremony with you.
Wow.
And have you drink this.
So it's like a ceremony.
It's like a mixture of two different plants from the Amazon.
Oh, okay.
And one of them it has a lot of DMT in it.
Oh, wow.
And you drink it. Now, with ayahuasca, though, it's a little bit different. And there's a lot of vomiting involved. So I'm not trying, like,
So part
when
of
I first heard about ayahuasca, I was like, oh, something else makes you trip, man. I want to try that. And then I heard how much you puke, and I was like, nah, fuck that. I don't want to do that.
that's ceremonial. Like, you have to puke.
Well, I think that's just the medicine, man. It just makes you barf.
Interesting ceremony.
It's kind of like a purging, as a matter of fact.
A purging.
Like I heard it really helps. Like seriously, I heard it helps a lot of people with like some really bad PTSD or like say you like heroin addicts, opiate addiction. Like they can do this ayahuasca ceremony and
just gets rid of all your stuff.
purge all the shit out of you, and then you're good. You know what I mean? But look, I'm not trying to puke all day. The DMT that I'm talking about. It's like, fuck puking. Just get this pure version of DMT and they smoke it and you take the biggest hit you can take and you hold it in.
Wow. It's rough.
Yeah. I heard it's like smoking mothballs though. Like it's not.
Wait, have you ever smoked a mothball?
No, but like that's just how it's been described.
Weird.
What I've heard.
Mothballs stink pretty bad anyway.
Yeah, I don't even
Can't
remember.
imagine smoking one. Ugh.
Yeah. Ooh. No.
Ugh, with the side of ugh.
When I was in high school once, we had there's in Arizona. There's these toads that come out after the monsoon storm. The Colorado River desert toad.
Do you like it? Yeah, I like the toad.
And they secrete like a hallucinogen in their
really?
skin.
Oh.
And so me and my buddies, we got one. We're like, how the fuck do you do it, man?
You lick a toad, don't you?
And no, I didn't. We were like, well, I think you got to lick it. And we were looking at this toad, and we're just ugly as all outdoors. And we're like, nah, we ain't doing that. Well, one day my buddy, he picked one up, and he was like kind of petting it and looking at it. And all of a sudden, just this shit shot out. Like across the fucking, like, we're like, what was that? It looked like the frog just jizzed out of its head. It was gross.
Ugh.
Turns out it's the gland on the back of its neck.
Ugh.
And he just touched it a certain way and it just secreted all this shit out. So my buddies.
So was the frog like, did it feel threatened or did it feel relaxed?
Yeah, probably threatened. But long story short, they ended up, they were like, yeah, dude, you dry this juice out and then you smoke it.
Oh my God.
Right? Well, I watched them do it. And that shit smelled so fucking bad.
Ugh.
I was like, dude, you guys are smoking rotten meat, man. Like, that smells really awful. Yeah,
Nasty.
no. So, if DMT smells like that, there's no fucking way I can do it.
Isn't that interesting? Like,
I got a weak stomach.
Like something about marijuana smells good. Like it's just it calls out in a way of just like, you should smoke this. Like, yeah, it smells good. Same way as like tobacco. Sometimes you smell tobacco and you're like, hey, that smells like a really good cigar. I really would like to smell that. But then other things that smell like crap, you're like, you should not be smoking that whatsoever.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
The plant is inviting you to say, hey, we want you to have a good trip.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, I have a lot of skunks in my neighborhood,
No.
right? So I'll see my neighbors outside, and they're like, "Oh, can you smell that skunk?" And I'll be like, "Fuck!" I was just thinking, like, "Damn, that smells good."
Is that my house? Is that? Oh, skunk. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's like only a stoner can appreciate a good skunky smell. You know?
Yeah. I got some up. I live up in the hills, so
I love skunky
right
smells.
there.
Skunky beers. I like to drink skunky beers. You know?
No.
Hey,
You don't drink skunky beers?
I don't drink skunky beers. No, I drink alcohol. I drink.
You like to go straight to the booze.
The only
Lane.
beer that I've been drinking lately is Stella R12. That's about it.
Is what?
Stella R12.
I like Stella.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Stella's good. So, but like all the new brews and all that, the craft beverage, craft brews, things like that, and the micro brews and all that. I've had a few here and there, but none of them really caught me. So,
Booger told me once that there's a sandwich in every beer.
Especially those pale ales. Damn.
There's many times back in the
There's
day
a
where
hoagie in there.
me and Booger
that mean?
living in our little townhouse.
Carbs.
carbs.
We broke.
Everything to sustain life, all the ingredients are in a beer. Did you know that?
Yeah, that's why he said there's a
Crazy.
sandwich in every beer.
Yeah,
like
that's
we'd
deep.
be hella broke, bro, and we'd have nothing in our fridge but like a 12-pack of beer.
Yeah.
And Booger would be like, "Oh, it's okay,
Get a beer
bro.
and water.
There's a sandwich in every beer." And
Eat water. Hey, should we give the number out real quick before the show's over?
yeah, sure.
I'm logged. That's right. And also, did you want to dedicate the show to anybody? Did you have anyone in mind you want to dedicate the show to? Like cannabis insurance or something like that?
Yeah, so here at the offices here, next door to Budman and Booger, we have a thing called S2S Insurance Services that I'm the president, co-founder of, and S2S stands for Seed to Sale. And what we do is we insure your cannabis business, and we'll insure the crops, and we'll insure the building, and we'll insure the whole operation, even while you're transporting. So we'll actually insure the product and the employees and everything. And we treat you like every other business. I mean, just same as a company down the road. They got their insurance for liability and all that kind of stuff for when things go wrong, and we cover you just like that. But we have these little addendums in there because. Let's be honest. The cannabis industry is not the same as mom and pop store down the street.
Avocado.
Right. So one thing that we actually added is that we can actually insure you from police raids. So when the police come in and they start raiding all your whole crop and they take your money and things like that, or
You
your
get
products,
paid.
You get paid.
Nice.
That's amazing. When I tell people about this, they're like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Yeah,
I'm like,
and claims
true.
have been paid, and everything's been pretty good. The big thing coming down the line is product liability, and everything actually is working out great, and people are loving the service so far. So I just had a client who had a fire, and he was actually doing some things illegally. He was allowing other people in his warehouse to grow as well as him, and the carrier still paid him.
Wow.
So they're like, we're still going to cover you because it was still a contract. So, they didn't like what he was doing. He was only supposed to be him. He was only supposed to be the only grower there, but he had like 4 other growers there. So, but it all worked out. So.
Do you think one day that as far as we've come with cannabis,
Yeah.
do you think that one day the next thing that's going to come up is psychedelics? Because I heard that psychedelics like psilocybin mushrooms.
Medical mushrooms.
Medical
yeah,
mushrooms.
medical
Yeah,
mushrooms.
I heard the medical
They're
mushrooms.
saying that it's the next like natural Prozac.
You know what? Here's the reason why I'm doing this and why I'm doing the insurance side of it, honestly, is because I'm here mainly for the growers and for the industry. I don't want them to go down and just be away. I want them to stay here. That's the advocacy. The longer they're here, the better. And secondly, I think that everything should honestly be allowed. If you want to go do heroin and cocaine and all that, that's your problem. You can go do that. That's fine. I don't think that Mr. Government needs to be in here and start kiboshing stuff. So I think the next thing that should be is pretty much everything.
And you don't have a problem with people communicating with machine elves or
No.
interdimensional
If you
beings?
want to go do that, then it's like, hey man, that's your body. You can do whatever you want. Everybody that wants to smoke or put the needle in their skin for whatever, they pretty much know what's going to happen. No one just says, oh, this is interesting, and just starts plugging away. There's a few people like that, but most people know, hey, this is addictive, it's going to happen, all this kind of stuff. And so when I look at at marijuana and I go, is it right for me, or mushrooms or tobacco or alcohol? You know, I look at what's going to happen and how addicting it's going to be, and I take that into my own life. I don't need, you know, Uncle Sam telling me, oh, you shouldn't do this and you should do that, and that's okay, but that's not okay, because, pardon my French, but they fucked that up already. They're already telling alcohol is just fine with you, boy, and light up a cigarette, but no, you can't go smoke a bong out in the back. That's a terrible idea. And you're like, wait, those two things are more addictive and they're going to kill me, and you're telling me to go do those ones? So I don't trust them to put any laws on anything, because they've been fucking the pooch already. So I think mushrooms will be the next big thing. There's what's the other one coming out? It's like Cratoan or Creighton or whatever it's called. It's coming out. It's a crazy one, and they're pushing that one hard, man. It's
because it's kind of like people that suffer from opiate addiction.
Yeah, they're pushing that hard.
Can take this plant, and it kind of looks like ground up grass or something.
Yeah, and the government's looking at that like hell no. Like, we're allowing weed here and there, and the states can do their thing, but they're looking at that stuff like absolutely.
And it's fucking dumb, because like, would you rather them do heroin? Mm-hmm. Would you rather that, or would you rather them drink a tea?
Yeah, I know, right?
You know what I mean? That eases their withdrawal symptoms. And
so when I mean, look at the landscape. It just
Insane.
go, you guys have been fucking up everything as far as what you say is legal and what's not legal, and that's my problem. That I just go, maybe they shouldn't be in charge of that kind of stuff, man. Maybe they should just let everything. And they think the world's gonna implode if that happens, and it's like, no, it doesn't happen. So China's still around, and opium was, you know, legal there for centuries. So, you know, and look how great they're still rocking.
Well, you know, originally opium, they would just, you know, take a little bit and they throw it in their tea, or, you know, it wasn't until tobacco started really getting big that they were like, oh, maybe we should smoke this too.
Yeah.
You know, wow, that's a lot more potent when you do it like that.
Yeah. So things get pretty rough. But that's why I say, hey, man, you know, we're going to treat medical cannabis like everything else, like a business. It is a business. It's recognized by the states. And if mushrooms want to come around and insurance wants to come up for that, we're going to do that too. And I think everything that should be treated as far as a plant-based for people's medical issues, I got no problem, man. I mean, everything else you find out there pharmaceutical, they pretty much, most of those places went to plants first, you know? So
I like mushrooms. I ate mushrooms once and saw the movie Shrek. And Shrek was yellow.
Really?
And so I was cracking up in the movie theater. I was laughing so hard. You remember that, Booger?
Yeah, that was nuts, dude.
We were laughing so hard that like everyone in the theater was like looking at us, and they were laughing at us because they were like, they're like, these dudes are fucked up. And
the credits were still rolling.
Shrek was yellow. Shrek was yellow, and I started noticing like all this really weird stuff in the movie. Like,
wow,
there's a really homoerotic scene in Shrek when he's crossing over the bridge with the donkey.
Yeah, towards the dragon or whatever.
Yeah, and he's like, I can't do it, Shrek. He's like, but you're already halfway there, donkey. And I was like, holy shit, Booger, they're talking about butt sex. And Booger's like, what? And I was like, dude, they're talking about anal sex right now. This is weird.
Weird. Know. It's Mike Myers. You don't know, man. He could be throwing a lot of weird stuff in there, you know?
Love Shrek. What a great movie. It's even better on shrooms, I'll tell you that.
I swear, man.
Yeah, I was thinking we can maybe go to do some shout-outs real quick. To anybody, bud?
Yes, I sure would. Just got a hit up from Yazzie. Shout out to her.
Nice. She would be a good picture of the day.
Yeah, she would. You ain't lying.
Tell her to send you one.
Also, let's see. Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got for today. Shout out to Jamie Jones. Shout out to all of our friends here at Can Accelerate.
Good people.
And Interesting Media.
Good people.
There you go.
How about you? You guys shout out?
You know, shout out to you guys. You guys are awesome. We always have them on the TV here at Can Accelerate, always playing. Everybody likes to see them. We got people coming through, know who you guys are. So thanks for having me on. And if you guys ever need help on the insurance side, just need your coverage and make sure that you can take your nest egg and go off and do something else, knowing that your product's taken care of. You can always reach me at s2sinsurance.com. And I'm always available and here to help people. We got compliance here. We got everything here. We got SC Labs here. They could be on the show. They could promote their product. I mean, anybody can come in here and just kind of hang out. And that's why I love this place. So just shout out to Can Accelerate and Budman and Booger Show. Just really appreciate this place.
Thank you.
You said s2s.com?
s2sinsurance.com.
And that'd be great if we have someone out there that could come on the show and explain a DMT trip. That would be awesome.
We have a friend that's done it before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And she's going to be doing tarot cards on our show, actually.
Wait, she's done DMT?
And she does tarot cards.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
What if she did the tarot cards while she was on DMT?
That not possible.
What about
Like DMT, like you're gone, right? Like
Yeah,
you just,
it's almost like you're sleeping.
I can imagine.
Like they
so,
sit there like this.
Gotta be right back to it.
And they're just
Where'd you
breathing.
find it? Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, right here.
There it is. Look at that.
nice looking website?
Thank you, sir. Yeah,
It's
so
great.
I got blogs, and I designed all this stuff. This is all right out of my mouth. All the blogs, everything right here is everything that I know and that I've learned. I've been an agent for a long time. So
You can call for a quote.
License. Yep,
There you go.
that'll ring my phone.
916-538-9727.
That's right.